Hey guys, it's JC's Reborn Journey here. So I'm back with the second half of our little talk that we're gonna have right now. So what I was saying is that when I started the Reborns, I bought three babies at once. So before I learned about what reborns were, I was okay. Let me start from the very beginning. So I was 30 years old. My brother just had a kid. I've always wanted kids. Didn't have kids at that point. Was really wanting kids at that point. Oh, isn't that weird? My neck. Like, you can actually see the neck right there. Anyways, sorry. That's the dysphoria talking. Anyways, and I always wondered why Dennis was always into the V's necks, and I'm like, I don't like V necks and never did. And then once I started testosterone, I'm like, oh. Now I know why. Now I understand why. I'm just like, oh, because it chokes you if you don't. So this is Dennis's shirt, but it's too big for me. I need to buy new clothes because I don't like big clothes anymore. I used to always buy extra, extra, extra larges, and then I was just like, now I'm just like, I can't fit a large right. So, like, my pants look too big. Like, I'm actually technically a medium now. So, anyways, so, hey, shush. So, I started, so I went and I visited my niece, blah, 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 came back, and it was in March of 2012. And I'm like, at that point, like, just so you guys can know what my mind capacity was, like, what I was thinking about. I was on a bipolar medication at the time, because I was on it since I was 17, which was Tegretol. So it's a mood stabilizer. It worked great, which I don't know why my doctor doesn't want me on that. He's just like, they cause more problems than the other one. I'm just like, I don't want to be on any drugs. How's that for an answer? And the medicine that he's giving me right now, I don't think it's working. And every drug on it says weight gain. No thank you. I don't want any of that. But thanks anyways. Like, I'd be totally happy just being crazy and thin versus fat and sane. If that makes sense. Does that make sense to any of you? Now, I don't know if anybody that's watching this is transgender, but if you're transgender, let me know if you guys have a weight disorder as well, because I don't know, I can't tell if if I actually have an eating disorder, which would be anorexia, or if I have what's called restrictive and avoidance something disorder, a food intake disorder. But they don't have the morphia about the body. Like, they don't have any dysphoria about the body, and I do. But I don't know whether or not it's because of if it's because of the transgender stuff, or it's because of an actual eating disorder. What I can tell you, though, is that I've had stomach problems, like, since I was 13. And I didn't know until I was about 36 what it was, because how do I explain this? So, when I was 36, I went off my meds, went on a very, very strict eating diet. So it was like just fruits, vegetables, very little meat. I basically cut everything out and started from the beginning and put little bits every week just in my diet just to see how things were. And I went off all medication. So so like acid reflux medicine's gone, migraine medication gone, bipolar medication gone. I think I had stopped the ADHD medicine before then. Like, I still have it, but I don't know why, because I'm sure it doesn't work now. But anyways, I don't have that either. So I ended up on no medication, and all of a sudden, headaches were no longer existing. Heartburn was no longer existing. And bipolar was manageable. But Love kind of helps that. Anyway, so um, so that's how I found out that I actually had a food intolerance, because I did a research and found out that they have food intolerance, and it just basically what that means is that you're very, very sensitive to a lot of different types of food. So it's almost like being like lactose intolerant, but with different varieties of food. So all different kinds. Processed food makes you sick. Anytime you go out to eat makes you sick. When I say sick, we're talking diarrhea here, guys, or constipation. So forever they thought I had irritable bowel syndrome or something like that, and then I'm being, told I have migraines and all that stuff. Well, it's all because of food. Do you know that? Like, your feelings, like when you feel a certain way, it might just because you have too much sugar in your body, or you have too much salt in your body, or you put something in your body's like, hey, dude, like, I can't tolerate that, So, I've always had a fear of food because I always got sick after eating. Like, sometimes it would take 5 minutes. Like, I remember this, even as a kid. When we would go out to eat, I would have to go and use the bathroom before we leave and pay for the bill. Like, that's really fast. That's really a very sensitive tummy. So, my body just doesn't like food. Okay. But can you at least get rid of the fat, though? Because we don't need that either. Like, just don't eat my muscle, eat my fat. And that's what would happen first, is it would actually eat your muscle before your fat. But anyways, I don't even know if you guys can hear me, but when I talk that low. And it's so weird, because to me, I just look like a girl with facial hair and a deeper voice, and it's really hard for me to look at myself at this point. I think, like, I noticed, like, in your transition, you end up having different phases, and right now I'm at the phase where I'm really ugly, don't look at me kind of phase. Can't look in a mirror in front of anybody, don't like looking at a mirror by myself. Same thing on video, like, and it's like I can see all the dysphoria in me. Like, I feel like this shirt just causes more dysphoria, and I'm just like, why? And then I have to try and find certain things, and I'm like, okay, this looks okay, like, even if it's just little details, like, see, like, the jawline maybe, I don't know, but right now I just look so fat to myself. Like, I just look like I'm a 500-pound person in this body that isn't 500 pounds. And just so you know, since March, I've been documenting multiple times a month how much I weigh. So I'm constantly checking my weight, constantly making sure. So in a total, since June, so what I did is I went by the highest weight that I was this year, which was 183 something. I said, oh, that was taken at night. So 183.4. And now I weigh 153. So to give you guys an idea, just really quickly about weight, I notice I fluctuate a lot. So I'm up and down between 5 pounds. Up 5 pounds, down 5 pounds. Then I go down, I go back up, and I'm like, ah. So I was hoping that this surgery that I had here was going to help me lose even more weight. Now, please do your job. So, it was a good thing for us to do the surgery, because I actually had a lot of cysts on both ovaries, and I saw pictures of it, so I have proof. So that could be why I had pain. Always thought I had interstitial cystitis, which is a bladder disorder, but actually they found no problems with the bladder whatsoever that they could see. So I'm like, oh my god. So I gotta wait until my body heals and see if I still have a hard time going to the bathroom, because that's what I do. I have a hard time using the bathroom. And hopefully it settles down, maybe. once it realizes, like, oh, that's what was causing that problem. So, okay, we don't have to freak out anymore. So, hopefully. I don't know. Anyways, going back to what we were talking about at the beginning, I know you're probably like, how the heck did we get on this whole topic about something else? But, anyways, let's go back. I was 30 years old. 2012, which I don't know how I was 30. Maybe I was 32. I'm trying to think. 81. Why am I having to think about this really hard? I had to be 30 something. 31 maybe? Yeah, in 2012 I would have been 31. Okay. Because I would have been 30 in 2011. So I was 31 and I got the baby. So what happened was is I was just like, well, maybe I need to buy a doll. So I found a doll that was kind of cute for like $60, bought it. And then I was still looking around because I'm just like, it wasn't satisfying me. So the same night, I think I bought 3 babies. So I bought the doll to start with. And then I found Josh. And I found the other baby, which was called Justin. His name was Justin Curtis Douglas. That's what I ended up naming him. And I forget what Joshua's middle name was, but I think I just called him Josh, but I'd have to look. No, it was Joshua Patrick something. Evan. That's what it was, because I think he originally was an Evan. So I did Joshua Patrick Evan. I don't know why, okay? It doesn't even sound right, but anyways. So I had bought these 3 babies. The first baby that came, I kind of forget. I think it might have been the actual doll first, and then I think I'm trying to remember. I think it was Justin first, and then that's the Nod kit, and what else? And then Josh. So technically, Josh was the 3rd baby, I think. But they all came right around the same time, like within days of each other. So you play with one baby, another one comes. Oh, let's see what we got. Yeah, Plus we were buying all kinds of baby stuff at the time because babies were coming now, and we were just like, oh yeah. And I'm sure Dennis at the beginning was like, what the hell? Like, what is going on with you? Oh, I know how crazy you are. I've seen it. Okay, if that makes you happy, go right ahead. Do what makes you happy. As long as you're out of my hair, I'm good with it. Like, I can hear him saying these things to me, like, okay. Because I guess he never really was mean about it with the babies. Like, he would get frustrated if I kept buying them over and over and over and over again. So, which did happen that year. So I had bought them 3 in March, and then I went right for a toddler in April. I was buying babies every month, like multiple babies every month. I couldn't get enough. I was just like, I was hooked, like. But when you have so many things, it doesn't make it as fun. And that's why I kind of like the 5-year-olds, because now you can buy new stuff. And I've already bought enough clothes for my baby girl, but for the 5-year-old girl, oh my god, I cannot wait to put her in clothes. Like, there are some really cute outfits for girls, I have to admit. Like, I do like the little girly things that you can do with the babies. I'm not very into girls, but I also have the toddler kits that we are going to have that are brother and sister to Javian, so they look alike. And I think originally I named them Justin and Juliana, but I think we might be changing their names by the time we get them out. I haven't quite decided, only because sometimes when I pick a name, it's like I'm not the one that kind of likes to change names with the babies, but I would like to just look and just see if maybe they look like another kind of baby, but most likely they'll stay Justin and Juliana. I don't know. I do like Judson, but I don't like it as much as Justin. Like, Justin just sounds more normal. And I don't know if I want to go away from the J's, especially when there's twins. Like, I still need to come up with a girl name, for Javian's sister. So that has to be a J as well. So if anybody knows any girl J names, actually, we did actually get rid of one baby named Jayla. I do like the name Jayla. And let me know if you guys like the name Javian and Jayla together. Because if you do, then maybe we'll do that. I don't know. I keep talking too much. We talk about the past, about the babies. So, I guess you're going to just have to stay tuned for part 3, and we'll talk about the next stuff. Okay? So, I thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like down below, and don't forget to check out part 3. I haven't really been making a lot of videos, so I want to try and make a few before the holidays come about. And I respect other people's wishes, so I don't put... Even though I want to put videos up that I made of other people, so you guys can see what I do outside the house, but out of respect, and nobody has the same respect as I do. But when someone tells me not to put something up on YouTube, I respectfully not put them up on YouTube. I mean, that would be the respectful thing to do. But when I tell you not to put pictures of me on Facebook, and you go and you put pictures of me on Facebook, that's kind of like, you're not respecting me, but I'm respecting you, and that's kind of like, that doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, that's enough of that. Stay tuned for part 3, guys, alright? And we'll talk about the next thing. And we're done talking about the babies, okay? But maybe I'll show you a baby if you stay tuned for part 3. I'll pick a baby. I know which one you like. One you guys haven't seen maybe for a while. Anyways, stay tuned. Don't forget to like. Feel free to leave me any comments. Give me some video ideas. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, okay? I'll see you guys back in the next time.